Maybe the hardest thing that I've had to do as a CEO is learn to get out of the way. From conversations I've had, this is a particular challenge for founders who remember clearly the days when they had to do everything. And a pattern I've noticed is that when you're leading a company, there are periods when there's a huge amount of action as you set plans in motion, align people to your goals, and generally arrange the elements that lead to success. But then there's often a lull. Everyone's off busy doing the right things, and you're left to wait for the results. The tension can be unbearable. See, most CEOs are action-oriented people who find waiting difficult, and the fear of losing control can result in unnecessary interference. But when you tinker, ask for constant updates, or impose yourself on things you really should leave to others, you're just creating friction, confusion, and distraction, all of which make it less likely that you'll succeed. Not only are you slowing progress, but you're also undermining trust by signaling your lack of confidence in the team, even when that's not your intention. And trust is a key element of high performance. Allowing people to take ownership of their tasks also creates greater accountability, which in turn means they're much more likely to innovate and problem solve. Google and Netflix are great examples of companies that use clear objectives combined with freedom and autonomy to achieve great things. And it's not just about getting in the way of short-term performance either. By playing the role of a bottleneck, you're limiting your company's ability to scale. Micromanagement, which, to be honest, is really what we're talking about here, reduces the speed of decision-making across the entire business and holds back the development of the emerging leaders around you. In fact, research by McKinsey has shown that businesses where middle managers feel empowered are 20% more likely to achieve above average growth. Now look, I'm still working on getting out of the way. I go through periods when I'm pretty good at it, usually when there are plenty of other things going on to take my attention, and then others when I find it a real struggle. There are a few things I've found helpful though. The first step is being very clear in expectations and objectives. If everybody knows what they need to deliver, by when, and within what parameters, then success is much more likely. Aligning these with dashboards or scorecards will allow you to keep track of progress without interference, and tools like these mean that you can spot issues quickly. Identifying and deliberately delegating things to emerging leaders is step 2. And this can start pretty small, but if someone you trust is on top of an important deliverable, well, then you'll probably find that it's much easier to leave them to it. Recognizing where you can have the most impact is an important part of the equation as well. When you're too involved in the day-to-day detail, it's hard to see the big picture and focus your attention on things like strategic planning, culture development, and partnerships. But CEOs who spend more time on strategy than operations see 23% higher revenue growth than when the inverse is true, according to the Harvard Business Review. And finally, acknowledge the benefits of getting out of the way. Your team will feel trusted and valued, which will improve morale. Your business will be much more efficient, executing more quickly once they don't have to wait for you. You'll develop stronger succession, which will allow you to focus more and more over time on other things. And driving the long-term success of your business will become your main focus. And who knows, you might even be able to take a day off once in a while.